Hey beautiful people, welcome to Meditative Means Necessary Mondays. Hey beautiful people, it's your girl Shakima. I'm just stopping in for a quick reading for us today for Meditative Means Necessary Mondays. I hope you guys are having an awesome day today, BTW. I hope the energies of the weekend wasn't too hectic for you guys. It is the first few days, effectively, of the Mercury retrograde transit, and Mercury's retrograde in Scorpio, so there's a lot to sort of take place for that. I'm definitely going to actually do a reading at some point for the Mercury retrograde transit that we're navigating through, because I think it's going to be a very big scope for us in terms of our transformation. I hope you guys are all having an awesome day. BTW, if I haven't already said so, if you're not having such a great day today, do just try to let the energies dissipate, okay? Work your way through some of the cycles of the waves of the emotions that are coming to surface to assist you in your healing, so that you can navigate through the process of what may show up as a result. Because if we don't fix it, if we don't transmute it, if we don't integrate it into the light body of ourselves, of our human avatar, it will become a bit of a challenge for us as we navigate through the process moving forward. So do just bear that in mind. Going straight into what's transpiring for us today, guys. I can see that the moon is actually in Aquarius today. And Aquarius is a fixed sign. It's very much about rooting and stabilizing. So if it was a bit of a tricky weekend, now you're able to kind of like see the benefits of some of the work that you've been doing over the weekend, or at least you're at the place where you're starting to stabilize after everything that kind of transpired with the emotional cycles of this Mercury retrograde transit. So Aquarius is our 11th house. And it's all about our debut into society. It's really about how we show up in the world. It's really about how we show up in our relationships, particularly with our siblings, as well as, our friends, as well as our colleagues. So those are the main aspects of how things transpire. I don't want to change that. If they're saying with our siblings as well, that's something to bear in mind, because the friendships that we have with others may be a like-for-like reflection of the relationship that we have with our siblings. So if we have very hectic relationships with our siblings, some of those patterns may be overflowing into our friendship circumstances, where we may show up as needy, we may show up as not really valuing ourselves in those relationships, depending on the kind of siblingship that we do have. And also, for those of us that don't have siblings, we may not actually even know how to integrate into friendship dynamics, and there may not be effective boundaries that we have in place that we may learn from actually having a sibling relationship. So that's something to bear in mind. Thank you, guys. So they were able to sort of like talk me through that. When I say they, I mean my guides. So yeah, I hope that it's been a really, really good transit for you guys, because Aquarius is actually ruled by Saturn and Uranus. Okay, so with Uranus just being the planet of unpredictability, unexpected, circumstances, and Saturn being a malevolent presence within the Astros, it kind of speaks volumes for itself. It's basically, the moon being in Aquarius is pretty much just talking about the fact that things may show up unexpectedly in a karmic aspect. So it may come with shadows with it, the things that kind of show up, but it's giving you an opportunity to work through the waves of some of the things that may be creating for you karmically. So it's a case of really integrating ourselves to some of the subconscious personalities, the sub-personalities that are kind of manifesting our reality on our behalf, whether we know it or not, because the subconscious holds our default programs, and if we're not aware of what programs are actually manifesting what circumstances and situations, it may be very tricky for us to navigate our way through. I can see that the organs that are being impacted by today's transit are the calf, ankles, shins, and anchovies. So what that's letting me know is that we're shifting the path, we're shifting the way that we are walking through our journey, we're shifting the way that we are moving within the waves of the cycles of our journey, and it really is going to give us an opportunity to stabilize our foundations, because it's about root chakra work. And the root chakra is pretty much the identity of self. It's the basis of how we formulate our relationships with others based on what kind of transpired for us within the home in particular. But also, it really is just our own personal self-image. When I think about the root chakra, I think about Aries, for instance, as a sign that basically represents the root chakra, because it's all about self-image, it's all about personal identity of self. I'd say Aries and Pisces, which is interesting, because Aries is all about the conscious reflection of self, and Pisces is about the subconscious dynamics of self, the unseen realms of our experiences. And the moon's actually going to be going into Pisces at some point tomorrow night at 11:08. So there is, I guess, a mixture of those energies that we're navigating through today. So there are things from our subconscious that are coming up to be healed as the moon is making its way closer and closer in terms of degrees towards Pisces. So let's just go and have a little look and see what's actually transpiring for us, guys, and see what's effectively sort of taking place for us as we navigate through the transits of today. Okay, what is the divine guidance spirit for my life warriors for today, Monday the 4th of November? What do we need to know? Okay, so what we do need to do, I know the weekend has been hectic, but the divine guidance for us is to thank the universe for helping us see beyond the limits of fear. Thank the universe for expanding our perception so that we can see what is of the highest good. So whatever transpired over the weekend is really for the highest good and highest nature of yourself. And you need to kind of like take this as an opportunity to be grateful for what you're sort of going through at the minute. And it will give you an opportunity to show you that if you go through a process of it and learn that I choose to learn through love, it will give you an opportunity to see how this is something that is for your highest and greatest good overall long term. Okay, moving forward, you'll just come to the realizations. If you do so, you'll be able to come to the realizations that I'm a spirit having a human experience and I'm here to get closer to love. And the only way to be able to understand love is for it to be unconditional. Okay, what is the divine guidance spirit for my life warriors for today, Monday, the 11th of November? What do they need to know as they navigate through the energies of today? As clearly as you can, please. As clearly as you can. I just like for the cards to pop out, guys. So you're just going to have to bear with me and let my guides do what they need to do so that they can effectively communicate with me as they need to. What is the divine guidance, guys, for my... There we go. So the divine guidance for us is when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Okay, sometimes we feel like things are happening to us and we're unable to see what's going on for us as a result of... but this is all just giving us an opportunity for third eye activation. And the third eye is really our opportunity to see our future timelines. It's where we're able to really connect with the parallels of our parallel dimensions and universes that are our thought frequencies creating timelines for us. Okay, we'll come to realize off the back end of, you know, going through everything that we're going through. We'll come to that realization that when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disturbed. And the undertone of everything that we're going through is just to give us an opportunity to basically sit in that space in our heart chakra and say, I am the dreamer of my dream. Okay? Because sometimes we want stuff and we're asking the universe for stuff, and as the universe is giving us an opportunity to, you know, become that vibration, we don't want to do the actual work necessary. We just kind of want the results. But it's like going to your job and saying, hey, to your boss, I'm not going to work today, but I still expect to have my wage. You know, I still expect to make sure that my money goes into my bank account on the exact date as it usually would if I were to do the work. And it just doesn't work that way. It's not a feasible actual opportunity for you to understand how great you are at what you do as far as the work that needs to be done. So do just bear that in mind, guys. Okay, what I would say, just sort of leaving the space for you guys, really just take this as an opportunity to see what can be changed. What are some of the things that showed up for you over the weekend, and how can you be an effective change in your own experience to be able to see a different reality for yourself externally, because the external world is only a reflection of what's going on in the internal dynamics of yourself as you process, or lack thereof, processing some of your wounds and trauma. Okay, beloveds? I hope that was useful for you guys. As per usual, guys, I'm sending you guys nothing but love, light, and positive intentions for the journey ahead. If you guys haven't already done so, do be sure to check out the link in my bio where you guys will be able to get access to the actual details and readings that I'll be able to sort of put across on my YouTube channel. I will get the romance readings up for you guys this week, and the November Tarot Scope is also up, and I will be uploading the moon forecast as well as a separate weekly forecast for the actual my YouTube tribe, basically. You can also utilize that very same link to book me in for personal readings, shadow work, mentorship sessions, and energy healing, whatever you guys need. You can also utilize that very same link, actually. If you click on the website tab, you'll be able to get access to stuff like my goodies, my candle here, as well as other organic products that I do actually make in-house as well. So I make these things myself and set my intentions over them for your experience and your creating. Via that same link, guys, I feel like I'm talking forever here, but via that same link, you guys can actually get access to my other social media channels as well as my Patreon channel, which gives you access to exclusive content, as well as my Podbean podcast, which will be going live tomorrow, where you guys can tune in for that as well, and everything else. Okay, beloved? So I'm going to love you guys and leave it there for you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. God bless and Ashe. Mwah. Take care, guys. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.